storm. Hear the difference in the wind when dark clouds form and start to turn. I'll run again, far away when the hurricane comes in. Well, I'm the only island in the way.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Ray County. You left us at the end of the last episode, just started to use the merger to pull this into swaths so that we could collect it. It hasn't gone to plan. This piece of kit is just not fit for purpose anymore. It's too narrow, it's worn out, so it's not picking up all the grass. As you can see from the mess around us here, we've got a bit of a predicament on our hands. So there is nothing more to do than go to the dealer and pick up a newer version of this windrower. I've also had another idea. We also have a tedder, just like this New Holland, that's probably not going to work for the job either, so I'm going to trade them in. It's actually the last thing that we needed to do from a money perspective, but kind of got no choice. So we're going to start the episode by heading off to the dealers. That's right, we tried our best, but it just isn't working. So I think the best thing for us to do is to at least get some equipment that's going to help us get this job done quicker. So we're going to head to the dealer with this. We'll probably go and pick up the tedder as well and bring that to the yard, and then we'll see what he's got in stock. Hopefully it's not going to break the bank, because we really don't have a lot of money, and the way the crops are at the moment, and the way we're not going to have any crops anytime soon, so we're kind of stuck till next season. We need to get some planting in the ground, which I'm going to touch on in a little minute as well. We've got that very big field at the back of the farm there that has been cultivated but has no crop in it, and we are fast running out of time to put a crop into it. I think we can put canola in this month, and the barley planting season starts next month, so that is the only options available to us. So a couple of cash crops might work out in our favour, but we'll deal with that after we've sorted this alfalfa grass and got it into the silo at home, so at least we can feed the cows. So we'll see you shortly. Right, here we are. I am not going to be in favour with the local community there. Look at the amount of cars that were behind us now. There we go. We have got both of them up here now, so let's roll around here and see what sort of money we can get for them.
Hello, you must be Hank's nephew. You've got some job on your hands. How can I help you?
Yes, that's right. I need some equipment. These tedders and mergers that I've got are just beyond any use. You got anything at all?
Well, knowing Hank's situation, I'm guessing you don't have much money to spend. I think we have some smaller stuff that might work for you, though.
So our dealer suggested the Pottinger 6,000. It is double the width of what we've got, which is good, but it's 6,000. So if I buy that and this windrower as well to go with it, we might be okay. But again, this is 9,000, so we are 15,000 in the hole. We only have 46.5, and we need to think about hiring a contractor. We don't have a combine, so hiring a contractor for the corn harvest and the soybeans. Oh, this is so hard. I might just lease these. 500 versus 15,000. Okay, I'm leasing. We're doing it. Of course, we've got to sell these as well. 2,300 for this, which is good. And 2,500 for this, which is good. Okay. Got some of that money back then, at least. And there they are. Okay, like I said, my original plan has changed. I'm going to ted half the field for hay, and then we're going to windrow everything together. We'll pick up half of it as bales, we'll put the rest of it into the silo to ferment for silage, and that means we've pretty much got our TMR sorted. So first things first, we'll leave the windrower here for now. We'll take this tedder and we'll go and get that done straight away. Right, let's head down there. We will see you there, and we'll get this done as quickly as we can. I'm looking forward to getting that baler out and giving it a go as well. We'll see you at the field. Right, here we are arriving back at the field. Obviously we'd windrowed some of this, and it's gone into big piles, which we're going to pull apart again now. But that's okay. I'm okay with that. We'll just get this sorted. We've learned our lesson here, and again, it just proves this isn't going to be as easy as we thought it was going to be. Now, problem is we've got big piles of grass more central in the field, and then lots of little bits around the edges. So we're just going to run this, and we're going to find a midpoint in the field and go from there and split it in two like that. So leave it with us, and we'll come back when we're done.
I played a waiting game where I waste my time. I let my dreams die young, 'cause I misread the signs.
Right, I think that's probably about us. This field is a mess. It is a mess, but I think we'll be able to sort it with the windrower next. So we'll run this back to the farm, we'll grab the windrower, and we'll be back to tidy this up. And then I am, like I said, very excited to throw the baler in. And then it's a case of the chopper as well. We've got a lot to do and not a lot of time to do it. So we better push on. Right, here we go. Let's grab this and back to the field. We'll do with a bit of a weight on this, but I think it might be alright once we've got it down and in the field. So we'll see you back over there. Right, here we are back again. Let's get this unfolded and get it ready to go. And I think we'll do it this way around, so it will spin into the middle here. So we're pulling it away from the edge, and then I guess we'll just come back to you when it's done and the excitement can start. It's not going to pull much from the edges here because there isn't much on these outer points, but as we get into that heavier stuff in the middle, I think we might be alright. So, again, let's push on with this. It could take a bit of time, so we'll come back when we're done.
Signs it might be over. Signs I'm not so young. I'm not so young. A mountain boy, there he walked the line.
And we are done. That was quite time consuming, and as you can see we have got a mixture of swath sizes here. We're just going to have to divvy them up and make sure that we split it nicely across the field. Right, I think I'm going for the baler first, then we'll come back and pick up the rest. Right, let's get this thrown in the shed here. And I think we better go and grab that baler. I did think about getting the choppered stuff first. And we do have the forage box there. And the chopper is sitting in the shed just there as well, but I guess it doesn't really matter which one we do first. But I do want to give this baler a go. As long as everyone will forgive me for having a farm all attached to a John Deere baler, we'll take it from there. Now, one of the things I did notice actually by leasing this equipment and selling our old equipment, our money has actually gone up. We do have over 50,000 now. Of course, that will slowly wear down when this leased equipment is used for a few more times, but for now, it was probably the most cost-effective way of doing it. Just got to get some stuff sold and some income coming in quicker than it's taking for the cash to come off from a lease perspective. Right. This looks pretty cool. Let's give it a whirl. We'll see you at the field. Right, here we are. Let's get unfolded and see how many bales we get out of here. My guess is not many, but I actually don't think we're going to need many. We have 2 cows and a calf at the moment, or a bull, a cow and a calf at the moment, so they're not going to eat masses, but it does mean that we'll have a little bit of stuff stored, and then as time goes on we can add more to it. Of course, I need to reverse and drop. Pick up, that wouldn't be a sensible thing to do. Right, let's try again. And off we go. Right, I guess we'll see you when we've got a few bales in.
Stay forever young. You did not read the signs. Signs within the weather. Signs this is the end. You know it was his end.
Right, we have got 10% of a bale left, and I'm going to stop because I think the rest of the field would be better as silage. We have got a lot of bales here, so if this is our final bale, that is not bad at all. We'll come back and pick these up at a later date, and we'll get the forage harvester going as well to pick up this grass in this field. So yes, it makes sense to just stop here because we only have a few cows. You just don't need particularly big amounts, and the reality is this is going to grow back relatively quickly, so we'll get another cut off this year. So I think there's a lot of merit in the rest of this being silage. So let's go and grab the chopper, come back and start all over again, pick the rest of this up, and then we're going to have to come and get a trailer and pick all this stuff too. This has been a busy little episode. How it's going to make us money, I don't know yet. I'm also toying with the idea of just checking the dealer at some point. Picking up another cow or two while we can and while we have some money. So let's think about that a little bit later on though. First and foremost, let's get this back. Get the chopper hooked up and back over. So we'll see you back at the yard. Alright, here we are. Let's drop this back in the shed. Let's put it in with the other stuff now, I think. And we will very quickly hook up the chopper and the forage box there and get those sorted. Right, I think we'll drop the maize header off here. If we can. There we go. Should be able to leave this here. Yep. And we'll pick up the grass one, which is just next to us there. So let's grab that. The forage box should then connect up as well, and we can run this all down as one unit to the field. It's one of the benefits of doing it this way. Right, there we go. Grass header on. Right, here we are. Back at the field again. It's getting a bit repetitive, isn't it? But this feels different this time. This feels like we are really farming. Let's run over here and start at this rather large swath down here. I'm intrigued to see how many trailers I'm going to fill up here. So let's get everything unfolded and sorted. Pipe out. Power things up as well. There we go. Lower things down and see how we get on.
Was a trial by fire, falling from the skies.
Okay, for some interesting reason we've stopped 82% here. So what we'll do, we will power this down, roll it slightly forward like so. We're going to unhitch it here, and we are going to run our first forage box back to the yard and see how we get on. That filled pretty quick actually. I think we're going to have quite a few out of this field, which is pretty cool. Means we're going to have a lot of silage later in the year. So it definitely warrants us purchasing a few more cows, I think. Right, we'll see you back at the yard. Right, back at the yard. Now I think we're going to have to fire up the old Volvo, so it will receive our chaff out of the trailer. So let's just get ourselves positioned, make that happen. Let's just jump in here, start this up. Right, let's see if that's enough. There we go. We are loaded up already. But just jump to our silo in productions here. There we go, 6,878 litres already. We are doing good. I'll take just under 500,000, so we'll get close to that with this, but looks like all systems are go here. Exciting times. We are farming now. Exciting times. We're going to be self-sufficient very, very soon. Right. As soon as this is done, we're just going to keep going and pick up the rest. Right, it's been a long time coming, but we are on our last pass here, so we're going to do alright. There's not masses left. It's a relatively small windrow, this last one. 28% at the moment. Maybe we might make it to 40% if we're lucky. But that's okay. We've got a good haul of silage. I think we're probably not far off 100,000 litres of silage in the silo, which is not to be sniffed at all. And you think we've got some bales off this field as well, so all looking very positive. But it's been a chore to get this done. The equipment is on the small side. and the fields are relatively big, so it does take a bit of time to get done, but I'm enjoying myself. I am enjoying myself, and yeah, got a few decisions to make about how we approach things going forward. But it's nice to get a job done that you started a while ago. There we go, field complete. Right, let's power down the harvester, and I think we might as well run all of this back together. No point in unhooking this and leaving the forage harvester in the field. We might as well run it all back to the yard, so we will see when we get there. Right, here's the challenge now. I'm going to drop the forage box here, and then we'll drop this into the shed. I'll leave this harvester header on it at the moment. We'll come back and put the corn one on later date. And then we'll get that in the silo, and we'll decide where to go from there. Right, there we go. Last of the chaff into the silo. That has been a really, really good day's work. And while that's doing that, let's go and see how the cows are doing. Okay, there's our cow. At the moment, can reproduce too unhealthy, so we're having to kind of boost their health, and you can see productivity wise here 17%. That is going to go up the more they eat and the more they kind of, I guess, get used to being on the farm. But at the moment, no new baby cows on the way. Well, I think we've got a long way to go until we're anywhere close to being successful on this farm, but do you know what? It feels good to be doing stuff. So, I think it's a case of getting our head down and just keeping on going. And hopefully some good stuff comes our way. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye for now.
Start to turn around.